Hi, I'm Nithushan Uthayakumar, co-founder, Chief Operations Officer of Blue Lotus 360. Alongside my co-founders Uthayakumar and Sachitra, we want to offer highly scalable, cloud-based ERP solution at an affordable rate. And by doing so, we are on a mission to enable every single business become a digital business. And currently, we are one of the largest and fastest growing ERP solutions providers in the subscription and SaaS category. And we have a great team of developers and business analysts working behind the scene alongside the partners to cater our customers better. And with the next round of investments going through, we are also planning to open our offices in Singapore to further expand our operations in the APAC countries.
Hi, I'm Lashan Silva, founder CEO at Enhancer Private Limited. We help businesses to streamline and automate their business operation using our flagship product, eSuite Cloud ERP application. So over the years, we have been recognized at many times, and last year we won the Most Innovative and Best Cloud Solution Award at NBQSA. I got a very passionate team with me, so they are working hard to deliver more values to our customers. We always improve our product continuously to add more value to our businesses throughout our journey.
From the Cubicle. How would you define the ERP system?
Okay, ERP systems actually stands for Enterprise Resource Planning, or in simple terms, ERP is a solution where integrates all the core business activities from finance, inventory, HR, procurement into one single solution. By doing that, it increases the visibility as well as the effective of the business in multiple verticals.
ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. I would define ERP as a software system which help organization to streamline their business process, to gain more productivity, also gain more deeper insight of their business, accelerated reporting, lower the risk, and more agility. In the modern world, more businesses are expecting to have exponential growth. So in order to achieve this, ERP is the best tool out there to serve that purpose. I would say ERP as a software system which should be adopted by any size of a business.
What does the future of digital transformation look like?
Okay, digital transformation is actually happening everywhere. Even recently, post-COVID, I think it has only accelerated. Especially, during Microsoft CEO, he recently said 2 years of digital transformation has happened in 2 months. Even if you take locally, for an example, if we take Colombo tea auctioning, whereas they have been trying to take it digital for the last 2 decades, and because of COVID, we were forced to do it in 6 weeks. And not only that, if we actually take in our industry, if we take ERP, typically ERPs were used to just to process information. That's it. Right now, what the next stage is happening, where using those data, they are trying to weaponize the data, and where it's going to give them a leading edge over their competitors. So in the coming future, I think artificial intelligence, robotic process automation, blockchain, with the introduction of Internet of Things, it's going to explode. So
Yeah, as Nithushan mentioned, transformation is happening all over the world. So especially when it comes to digital transformation, it is the integration of the digital technology in order to enable the businesses to achieve their business process, to automate throughout the organization. If we talk about the trends, 5G is coming to the market. It's the hottest topic in this year. With that, people will use more of their application in the smart cities to cater more modern environment. And also robotic process automation, which will be a upcoming hot topic, which will be famous in coming years, as well as the SaaS. Everything going to be a service model. So this is a upcoming hot model in the market, and also businesses will adopt more and more AI based application and machine learning based solution to gain deeper and more improved business analytics.
What was your first big break through the industry?
For us, I think as any business, with its scales, they had to raise capital and all that. So fortunately or unfortunately, the first 5 times when we pitched, we never got any investments. But the 6th time when we actually started pitching to the people, where it was more than investment, where we started pitching to strategic investors. Actually, one of the companies would be, I think, it's Business Machines, where they saw a lot of value in us, and then they invested in it and trusted in us. With that, actually, it opened a big customer portfolio for us. And then following up, John Keel's Holdings through their John Keel's Accelerator program, when we got investments from them, I think it actually brought a lot of credibility behind the product and the company, where typically it actually, because of that investment, actually we were able to partner with a lot of companies, and we were actually able to scale the company not only in Sri Lanka but outside as well.
Well, so I was used to develop software solution to the retail market when I was in the second year of the university. So after founding the Enhancer in 2013, we used to serve many retail clients throughout the year. So within the first 12 months of our business, we were able to achieve and onboard our very first corporate customer. That I consider as my first big breakthrough in the industry. So in that period, having a reputed brand as our corporate client who is having more than 25 plus branches island-wide, 200 plus employees, and also automating their entire procurement, inventory, sales and manufacturing process was a huge challenge, also a huge opportunity for us. So I consider this as my first big breakthrough in the industry.
What do you feel is important for IT, enablement or innovation?
I don't think it's one or the other. I think it's a combination of both, where IT enablement is going to help the organization streamline the business core business, and then whereas the innovation actually it's going to help them have a lead over their competitors.
I believe both innovation and enablement are equally important. The reason is innovation without the enablement will be less useful. And also, as example, if you talk about cloud application, so infrastructure like 4G technologies has enabled to spread more and more usage of cloud application. So in that case, both factors are equally important, as well as I believe having more skillful people in the industry is also one of key factor while it needed for its growth.
To what do you attribute your success?
I think when it comes to success, I think in my personal view, persistence is very important, because down the line you'll be going through a lot of tough times, so you should be able to handle that. And top of that, I think everyone, all the entrepreneurs, they should have this growth mindset, where they never stop learning, always learn from the mistakes they have done and never repeat the mistakes they have done. And also, I guess one of our success, I would say, is having a great team around us, which is very important.
Ability to work harder and smarter, I consider as a few points in my success, and also I attribute my success to my willingness to work more and to learn more than everyone, and also making the right decision at the right time. And also I consider my friend and my very first employer, Gnani Stranga, who also part of my success, because he has been with me from the inception to thick and thin toward the journey.
From the Cubicle. What is the role you feel technology plays in the industry?
Actually, I think that question depends on the industry you're focused in. But when I look at it at a broader sense, if I actually start with in the verticals we are focused in, if we take a look at let's say manufacturing industry is going to be big time disrupted by robotic automations, as well as all sort of crazy IoTs, etc. And if we take healthcare actually, because of the rise of telemedicine, where the patients can they can remotely, without going into hospital, the first level of support, they can basically consult the doctors. And also if we take agriculture is actually being revolutionized with with vertical farming, etc., as well as the combination of IoT, where they manage their moisture levels and to make smarter decisions on their cultivations. And also yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Today we all are living in a technological world, so every aspect of a business is connected with the technology. If we talk about companies who are in the 1915, we consider as Fortune 500 companies, most of them are not in the business anymore because they didn't adapt the right technology, they didn't do the right technology innovation at the right time. Therefore, I believe that technology plays a crucial role in all of our industries.
What was your mission at the outset?
Our mission at outset at Blue Lotus 360, when we actually started it, we actually wanted to help businesses become digital businesses, and in that process we wanted to develop a very solid experience around our platform for our partners as well as our customers. And also we wanted to develop a product which is scalable across the world, and at the same time giving at an affordable at rate for the customers.
Our mission at the start, we wanted to enable ERP affordable to any organization, and it as a plan of our action plan, that was the number one thing. And also we have developed our product in a way that it following a modular architecture. That means any business can start with a minimum one module, and they can grow their business along with the more modules on their journey in the process. And also this product we made in a way that it can fit for any size of a business.
What is the long-term outlook for the ERP system in Sri Lanka comparing to the global market?
I think especially after COVID, I think there's a lot of mindset change has happened in the local market, especially if we look at it, just to start with, typically most of the businesses, they look at ERPs or IT solutions like this as a cost for them. Right now it has made them realize the importance of solutions like this, which is going to enable them work remotely as well as more efficiently. And also on top of that, I would say is typically large organizations or subsidiaries, but they always used to go for foreign products. And whereas with Blue Lotus, we were able to convince them to use solutions like ours. And also we were since we were following a SaaS model instead of a very capex model, we actually the adaptability rate has gone up in a big way. And also I believe even in Sri Lanka, something I've noticed is even larger corporations, they are still running on Excel basically, and then they are typically using very basic accounting solutions. But right now with this, I think they are looking at integrated solutions where they have accounting, finance, inventory in one solution.
Well, if we talk about 10-15 years back, ERP was something only could affordable by a big blue chip companies. And also there were only few big players like Microsoft, SAP, Oracle and IBM with the ERP domain. But with the technologies like cloud computing, ERP becoming more and more affordable product in the market, as well as the subscription based pricing model help many businesses to adapt the ERP software for their business. As at Enhancer, we are also following a subscription-based pricing model. So throughout our journey, we see that more and more businesses are adapting these changes in Sri Lanka. And also, I read an article 1 week ago. It says that in a 1 year to 6 year down the time, we are expecting to have a $500 million worth of online retail market in Sri Lanka. In order to get there, I think more of our local businesses should adapt these digital products And also I believe that not only the big organization and also the small boutique shops will adopt ERP technologies to automate their business process in upcoming years.
What made you to choose the information technology field?
I think in my life, I think it's mainly because of my father, because he's from a software engineering background as well. So that made me choose study software engineering for undergrad. And then I think IT is a very interesting field, where you get to mingle with all sort of different businesses. It could be one day it could be a construction business, the next day it could be a manufacturing, and third day it could be a trading business, and then an agriculture business. So a variety of businesses, and also while doing this business you will learn a lot of things. And also I think by doing IT, I think we are somewhat we actually bring a lot of impact on customers as well as the country as well as the economy.
Yeah, interesting question. I was a techie from since my childhood. So I used to write computer programs and able to solve when I was around 17 years of old. And I polish and I improve my knowledge when I was at the University of Moratuwa. I was privileged to be part of MIT Global Startup Labs program, which was conducted by Manchester Institute of Technology. I think that has planted the initial seed of my entrepreneurial journey.
If you had one piece of advice to someone just starting out, what would it be?
I think on a day-to-day basis, I advise a lot of small startups, and because one of what I've learned. So one of the few key takeaways I would say is any company, especially when you have a lot of service element or after service element, I think it's important that you choose you have a co-founder as well with the business. And also if you are from a technical background, I always suggest you have a partner from a business background or marketing background, because that's one of the mistakes I see a lot of tech entrepreneurs make, especially when they are so obsessed with the product. They spend a lot of time perfecting the product, but whereas they are not putting equal same amount of time into marketing the product or branding it. And especially product companies like us, I think we should brand the product as well. When I say branding, it's not just having a fancy website or fancy product. It's more than that, where you have a stellar after service element as well, where you take care of the customer and do the hand holding properly. That's going to be a part of your branding as well.
Yeah, I used to work with many startups throughout the years to mentoring them and helping them to grow. I would like to give few advices to any upcoming entrepreneur or a startup. So basically one main thing is, if you really like to start your business and if you're really passionate of the business, but make sure at any time if you feel this is not going to work anymore, you have to let it go. Even though you love the idea, you have to do it. And always you should hire the right set of people who will love to work there. And always we have to make sure we know our core competency, and as well as we are focusing on great at that.
From the Cubicle. What do you know of each other as IT professionals?
As an IT personal, I think I have actually, I think I came across Lashan first in Startup Weekend. So that straight away actually showed that we have a lot of common interest. If you look at it, helping the upcoming startups to all sort of things. Not only that, even UNDP and all, we were mentoring and we have been the judging panel and all that. As in the IT field also, I think he has been doing really well. Yeah.
I think Nithushan correctly said we met at the Startup Weekend event, as both we were mentoring few startups, and also I see him as a successful individual who is performing his duties in the field of IT, bringing new technologies into the market and helping industry to grow into the next level. And yeah, I see him as a very active member in the startup community.
What advice would you tell the other?
Oh, the most difficult question. Okay. Advice from what I know, Lashan, is I think we both are in a very interesting stages of the company where we both the companies are doing really well. We are scaling, and unfortunately, fortunately enough, we are in a lot of similar circles. So I think we are competing a lot. We are competing a lot of customers. So sometimes he gets the customer, sometimes I get the customer. So I think let's not get that in the way. I think there's a lot of opportunities I see we can work together as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we both are in the same vertical, same industry, going after same set of clients. But that's not going to be a problem because at any time we can work together to serve our society in a better way. There is a huge transformation happening out there in the world as well as in Sri Lanka. So why not we get ready for the future and work together towards our country?
What first impression did you have of each other?
Okay, so before I think I knew Lashan, I think most of my competitors, the first time I met them, it wasn't a very pleasant meeting, I would say. So I thought, first before I met Lashan, I thought he's another competitor, so he's going to see me as a competitor and he's be an arrogant person or something like that. The first time I met him, I was shocked, and for me, he sounded like a very calm guy, very calm, very chill guy, and it actually changed my perception of what Lashan is instantly.
Yeah, I think it's for the same as Nithushan for me. So basically, we met in a random event in Hikkaduwa. So then suddenly we had a quick chat. Then, oh, this is Nithushan. That's what I really found in a random case. So I think he also very cool guy to work together. We having some random calls here and there. If there is the same customer or if there's any competitive advantage we can get through having a joint hands. I think he's a nice guy to work together and we are look forward to do some work.
What do you think of each other's venture?
I think Lashan has been in this game, I would say, ERP game longer than me. He has of almost 6 years of experience, whereas I'm very new to this. And I think Lashan, being a single co-founder, I think it's very hard coming from this business, and it's very hard to survive this long. And he has actually built a successful business as well. I think that actually shows his persistence, and I'm actually sometimes I envy him, to be honest.
Yeah, I known him for the last 3 to 4 years. When he got back from UK, we met. So I see he's taking his company to the next level. He's looking for investment to expand in the markets in other region. So I see a lot of good things are happening in his venture. We were just started a little ago, but we see we are going in a right direction. So I see it from the Nithushan company as well.
What do you think about this program?
I think this is a very good program, to be honest. It's a very different concept, and having competitors in some way or collaborators. This kind of programs actually can turn them into a good collaborator as well. And also these kind of programs, it's gonna give different perspectives from the same vertical. That is very important for us, for any industry or any country to go forward.
Obviously, it's a very interesting program for me personally because very rarely we get a chance to meet a competitor to next seat and talk about the same thing for a same sort of period. So especially rather than creating more competitors and making more and more collaborative things we can expect by participating in these sort of programs. I believe this will be a huge success in going forward to make more of a similar episodes.